Welcome to hopefully my third vlog. I'm in another city today in the United States. So I don't know if I said this before, but I guess I'll just say it now. I'm in Washington DC. How I got here from New York. I was in about a week in New York. And I got here through the Greyhound, because you can't come to the States and not use a Greyhound. Those, normal, stereotypical grey buses you see in the movies and TV shows. So I got the Greyhound from New York Union Station all the way to Washington Union Station, and I got here last night. Had a bit of problems with my room, to be honest with you. The place I was staying, I didn't feel that comfortable there. I didn't feel that safe, and that's one thing I will say when you're traveling, is that you need to make sure that you feel safe where you're staying, and I didn't. So I decided to pay a bit extra. I got money back for that, for the place I was staying at. Got my money back, so it was fine, but I spent the whole of yesterday dealing with that, so I didn't really vlog, I didn't really do much. So I was lucky enough, and I went online and found some last minute accommodation, which was a bit more expensive, but it's kind of to have my own room. So that's one thing I would say if you are traveling. Some people do like to plan everything out, and I think it's good to plan where you're going, but in terms of accommodation, it's always cheaper if you do it last minute. That's what I did. So I'm staying at the Washington Plaza Hotel, which is really nice, and it was something ridiculous, $400 cheaper. I stayed for 2 nights, so I stayed last night. So yeah, so tip of the day is to always, if you can, and if you feel comfortable, try and book your accommodation as late as possible, so that you can get a better deal. We have a day here, so what I'm gonna do is, and what I normally do is, I get the tour bus. Now the reason I really like tour buses and hop and hop off tour buses is, one, it's free transport. Well, it's not free, but it's very easy accessible transport if you're trying to see all the touristy places. They normally have Wi-Fi on the bus, which is great, because if you're traveling from overseas like I do, you don't have, I guess, any data on your phone, then you can use the one on the buses. Also, the tour guides are really informative, and you can ask them any questions that you have, like places to eat, where you want to go, and they're really, really helpful. So that is why I'd always get a tour bus. So I booked tour bus. Another thing is that if you book it online, it's normally cheaper. And most hotels or hostels will print off your ticket for you at the lobby, or if they have a business centre, then they'll do that there. So that is, I'm going to give you a quick tour of my room. I'm going to clean it up first, but you won't know the difference. So I will see you later for a room tour. Well, hotel room tour. So guys, quick view of my room. That's the window, which has a view of an entrance, I guess, to some apartments. Here I'm basically repacking my suitcase, which is another thing I would do if you have the space. In hostels, it's very difficult because you won't have space to repack, but when you do, I would just advise that, because when you're traveling, once you're in the country that you're in, you know what you need, you know what your clothes you are going to wear and not really going to wear, and sometimes you buy stuff along the way, so it helps to repack and redistribute the weight. So that's what I'm kind of was doing over there. Here, kind of like a desk. Quite lucky actually, well, in the UK I don't really, but they had a fridge, which was pretty cool, and they gave me some water as well, which is really good. Then they have an ice bucket, glasses, that's my laptop. As you can see, I'm trying to buy some Yeezys, but don't think I'll be successful with that. Over here's the bed, which is really comfy. It's a huge bed, and this is my breakfast I ordered, just to treat myself, and I think that's really important as well. When you are on holiday, remember, you're treating yourself, you're having fun, so you really should treat yourself. So I treated myself some breakfast this morning and room service last night, so I've been treating myself a lot. This is like a full-length mirror, which is pretty cool. Then here, if we go into the bathroom, it's really big. You've got tea, coffee maker, a bag of all my toiletries. If anyone knows any good YouTubers about their traveling tips of like packing like stuff, tell me in the comments below. Here again is shower, which is kind of weird because it doubles up as a small bath. You can see, pretty cool. Some artwork, loads of towels, which is really cool. And here's just like to hang up stuff, and you have your iron, you've got ironing board, which is cool if you're going to go out, and a safe, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is pretty much the room in its entirety. I really recommend it. I think it's quite good if you can, if it's within your budget. For me personally, I just booked it because it was quite cheap and had really good reviews. And traveling by yourself, you really have to feel safe where you're staying, and sometimes you have to rely a lot on how you feel. And the place I was staying, it was cool, but for me, I just didn't feel safe where I was. In the hostel, I'm not going to name it because I'm not going to name it, but if you really do, then I'll comment down below. But yeah, so I didn't feel safe, so I decided to pick somewhere else. And my parents were really happy that I did that, just because, again, I am a young girl traveling by myself, so it's always good to be safe and always put your safety first before everything. That's the key thing when you're traveling, even with yourself, other people, but especially when you're by yourself. Oh, this lighting's so bad. When you're traveling by yourself, always make sure you feel safe. Number one tip. So yeah, so right now I'm gonna finish getting ready. My hair's so big and I wanted to go and get my eyebrows done because they look so bad, I know, but I'm not sure because I have to go and get this tour bus. So that's it really. I'm gonna go and see all the statues today. All the monuments. I'm really excited. First time in Washington, so just come with guys, and I will talk to you when I'm on the tour bus. Bye. Has to be one of the best monuments I've ever been to. I mean, it's huge. I mean, in terms of a capital city, USA, I gotta give it to you, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. It's so pretty. It's so hot. That mosquito's trying to fly up. But no, it's incredible. It's so shiny. It's so shiny, so sunny, so I can't even see if you see me, but honestly, it's pretty cool. Hi guys, so it's a bit later in the day, but every time I go to a new city I like to eat something I haven't eaten before. Now for those who don't know, I'm a pescatarian. Quite recently, it's nearly going to be, in the first of August will be a year since I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat any meat. So I always want to try, so again, as I said, I want to try different food when I'm in different cities. So the one thing I'm trying today is a po' boy. It's kind of a Louisianan food, cultural food. So it's like a sandwich and like a sub, best way I can describe it. But even though I'm in DC, they had one which is supposed to be the best in DC. I never tried it, so I thought I might as well try it. And I'll quickly show you what it looks like. So there's like a sandwich with fried shrimp and some Cajun sauce, and I think because it has like lettuce and stuff, so it's kind of it comes with fries, which are here. Oh, which are here, I didn't really show you. And also these crayfish spring rolls. Oh, I'm trying to open it. So it comes with these crayfish spring rolls as well. And I've had a bite there. I'm telling you, So good. Believe the place I ordered from. Just trying to set this up something in the. Okay, so the place I ordered this from was called. Bear with me, I have to remember. It's very simple. Po Boy Gym. Okay, so if you're from Louisiana, you're watching, or you know what it's called, I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. But my best pronunciation I'm gonna come up with. The dipping sauce, everything is just amazing.